Welcome once again. My name is Chiami Ada, a relationship consultant. So today I'll be opening your eyes to three things that can bring bad luck to a person. You must avoid these three things if you love yourself and want to have a bright future. Straight to the point. The first one is sleeping with a man while on your menstrual period or sleeping with a woman while she's on her menstrual period. Oh yes. Now let's see this part of the scripture. It says, do not approach a woman in her menstrual impurity to have sexual intercourse with her. There is a risk attached to it. That's why it's not advisable. A woman during menstruation or a man who has sexual relations with a menstruating woman are perceived as unclean. From a medical point of view, you could contact STI as a man and possible endometriosis for the woman, which affects inter alia the health of the reproductive tract. And of course, this is a bad luck. Endometriosis is a chronic medical condition that primarily affects the female reproductive organ. It occurs when tissues that make up the lining of the uterus or tissues that are similar to the lining of the uterus, which is the endometrium, grows outside of the uterus where it doesn't belong, such as the ovaries or the fallopian tubes. Now, from my research, according to current medical understanding, having sex during your period could potentially increase the risk of developing endometriosis by enhancing retrograde menstruation, where menstrual blood flows backwards through the fallopian tubes, potentially implanting endometrial tissues in other areas of the pelvis, which is a key mechanism behind endometriosis development. This theory suggests that uterine contractions during orgasm during menstruation could further facilitate this process. Most research linking sex during menstruation to endometriosis focuses on the idea that sexual activity can increase the amount of menstrual blood flowing backwards into the pelvic cavity, potentially allowing endometrial tissue to implant elsewhere. So you see, having sexual intercourse with a woman when she's in her unclean period can increase your chances of contacting STIs as a man and reduce your fertility and birth of a healthy offspring for a woman. So from the Bible passage I just quoted now, it's so clear that it is not okay, it is abnormal, it is a taboo. It is not safe to, have sexual relations with a woman while she's on her menstrual period. Okay, because at that point in time, she's considered as unclean. So why do you want to have sexual relation with a woman who is, in her unclean period? Okay, it's just like you're trying to also make yourself unclean. So it's risky. It could bring bad luck to a man and also bring bad luck to a woman because it's not safe for you. God knows the risk involved there. That is why He advised us to stay away from a woman who is in her unclean period, to stay away from sexual activities when you are in your unclean period as a woman. A woman's period is a way of releasing blood or tissues, okay, in her body that are no longer needed. So menstruation or period occurs when the lining of the uterus shades each month. This happens because the body prepares for pregnancy, but no pregnancy occurred. So avoid having sex with a man when you are unclean or having sex with a woman when she's unclean because at that point in time she's releasing unwanted blood or tissues from her body. So there is a risk attached to it. It's risky, it's not safe, and it can bring bad luck. The second thing that can bring bad luck to a person is abortion. Oh, yes. Not just for a woman, okay? As a man, you are not exempted. As a man, advising a woman or encouraging her to abort a child, or as a woman committing abortion, is a risk to your life, is a risk to your reproductive organs, and can bring bad luck in future. Abortion brings causes to one's life. It is the termination of a pregnancy. It uses medicine or surgery to remove the embryo or fetus, okay, and placenta from the womb of a woman. Now, despite the risk attached to abortion, people still get involved in it. And of course, it is murder. Remember the scripture, you shall not murder. The hands that sheds blood is one of the things that God hates. The truth is that during or after an abortion, you can't have peace of mind. Your life is at stake. Your reproductive organs are at stake. And there are some people that find it difficult to bear a child later on due to the abortion they've committed in the past. At times, what people do in the past could haunt them later on. And that is why you need to be careful of what you do now. Like I said, as a man, you are not exempted. God can punish you, and your own blessing of having a child later on can be withheld, or even your progress in life can be hindered. And it's a bad luck and a consequence you would face. What you do presently can affect you in future. So it's better to avoid anything that would hinder your progress, your blessing, or take away your peace of mind. Avoid unprotected sex if you are not ready for a child yet. Live well now to avoid regrets later on. Not everyone would get away with abortion. Some people would face the consequence later on in one way or the other. The third thing that can bring bad luck to a person is having multiple sexual partners. Why? Because sex is not just a physical act, it's a way to bond with another body, soul, and spirit. It's a covenant. I've talked about what you don't know about sex before, the mysteries of sex. It's right here on my YouTube channel. So imagine bonding with different people whom you don't even know the kind of spirits they possess in them. It's risky and can bring bad luck to a person. And take note that your destiny, your bright future, your glory, your power can be taken away from you just by indulging in premarital sex. More especially, having multiple sexual partners. You are attracting evil spirits and bad luck to yourself. And of course, as a man, having multiple sexual partners means spending on multiple women. And this can bring setbacks in your life because you are spending your hard earned money on women instead of saving and investing for your future. Be wise. Self control will save you from a whole lot. So, the three things that can bring bad luck to a person. Number one, I said having sex with a woman while she's on her period, or having sex with a man while on your period as a woman. Number two, abortion. And number three, having multiple sexual partners. Bad luck is not your portion and would never be. So, guys, make sure you are being careful of what you are doing today. So, I hope I've done justice to this topic. So, guys, try as much as you can to avoid these three things I just mentioned if you want good fortune to come your way and progress in life faster and easier. If I figure out more things that can bring bad luck to a person, then I will definitely be doing part two of this video. Okay, my name is Chiami Ada. I'm your favorite counselor, and my aim is to make your love and family life a blaze. Kindly like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell for more valuable content. Do have a great day.